I'm Andrea Vásquez, PSC First Vice President. CUNY's analysis of this political moment is similar to ours in the PSC. We're in agreement that this is a time of opportunity such as we haven't seen in over a decade. We believe that we must do all we can to guarantee that significant CUNY funding does not fall by the wayside in this year's final state budget. I have a couple of things related to CUNY's budget request that I'd like to say in this testimony. The first relates to the proposal to hire 1,075 new full-time faculty. The legislation that the PSC and CUNY Rising Alliance put forward last year, New Deal for CUNY, calls for this very number of full-time positions for each of the next 5 years. There's no one thing that's more meaningful for a quality education for CUNY students than having access to a talented, diverse pool of faculty who have the time and commitment to meet our students' needs. With the conversion of hundreds of adjunct lines to full-time positions and hundreds of other new lines that will allow for a more diverse faculty, student rates of success will surely escalate. We look forward to advocating for this and would want this number based on the pre-COVID total of full-time faculty positions. Next, your request for $5.5 million toward mental health counselors is the same as your request last year. While this could be a good first step toward meeting the need that is, of course, greater than ever, that will only be the case if these are permanent, licensed, full-time positions. The state and federal support that was granted during the pandemic provided for part-time and short-lived temporary work. Students waited months to see a professional and often could not return to the same counselor when the need arose. Let's advocate for the $5.5 million, but let's ensure that it does the job right. CUNY needs to hire committed, full-time, permanent mental health staff. And lastly, because of the request you have made of the state, for the first time in over a decade, we have the opportunity to advocate and advance together. Legislators often ask PSC members, why isn't CUNY coming to us with this and asking for what you're asking for? For the first time in many years, the PSC and CUNY share an agenda. Significant new funds, significant full-time staffing increases, and greatly improved facilities. This year, let's wage a very public campaign that will secure the necessary funds to transform CUNY into all we know it can be for our amazing students. Affordability is important, flexibility is important, but nothing is more important than quality, and that takes investment in full-time faculty and staff. Let's get New York State and New York City to fully invest in CUNY. Thanks.